Okay, now we're at that point again where a Nigerian is facing a new hardship, right? Now, today, per se, right, the NNPC has actually, changed the pump price of PMS, that's petrol, from 650 something naira before to 855 naira. So everybody was more like, we cannot bear it. But now, for us to really understand what happened, this issue that has been going on right from onset. So it's not a today case, but there are some things we need to understand, right? Now, NNPC has become more like a limited now, not like before that it's solemnly run by government. Now it's not that. It's, yes, Nigerian government still own it, but most of the decision they are making, right, it's from their board. So it's more like they are operating on their own independently without government interfering. So like Nigerian government doesn't give them budget anymore, so they are just doing business, but it still belongs to the federal government. So now they've actually increased their pump price to 855 naira. So many people are wondering how we go to survive that. But before we continue, right, there are some things that we need to put into consideration, because now the situation is becoming very beautiful, but we need to really know how we get to this place and how we are going to do this. Okay, now fine. Now, if you've been following Nigeria politics, right, in 2012, Jonathan actually makes Nigeria to understand that we need to remove subsidy, but what we are going to remove is going to be a gradual subsidy, right? So Jonathan actually removed that subsidy, and as at then, if fuel was around 95, 97 naira, so Jonathan moved it down to 114 naira. The whole nation was in agog. So many people converge for Jota, begin to the protest. Jonathan should reverse the price back to 97 naira, and the man was actually saying this is going to be a gradual process. That it's not that it's going to remove the old subsidy, it's just a gradual process. But before we remove the old subsidy, we'll make sure that all the refineries are working. And most of these politicians, selfish politicians today, all of them said, no, we'll not agree, we'll not agree, we'll not agree. Now, the beauty of it is, if to see we key into that vision, that 2012, all of us suffer from that 2012 by now, would have been enjoying it. And I'm so happy that it is those same people who fought against Jonathan during that time are the ones in government now. Now they are seeing it, because if to say we take that initiative, then by now things would have been better. But now, look at it now. We're not facing it now that Nigeria does not even have money to run our governance. This is now we're facing the problem. But good news is this, right? Dangote refinery is working, and Dangote has actually makes Nigeria to understand that its fuel price, the PMS price, is going to be determined by federal government, right? That's another new bargain, and that's going to be good for you. So I believe that is the strategy why the NNPC decided to say, fine, the PMS price is going to be 855 naira, so that at least that's going to be the highest amount of money they are going to be selling for, right? Because now, if Dangote product has actually filled in the market, now the price of PMS is going to reduce. Yeah, it can stand to be corrected. The price is definitely going to be reduced down from that 855 naira. But what are we going to do before then? Because now we're going to face a lot of things, because those same people who actually don't want this thing to work right from onset, those people who are fighting against subsidy, then when Jonathan introduced it, those are the people that are in government now. So I'm wondering how we are going to survive, because now, according to Dangote, it is right now that we are really going to know what is the quantity of PMS that Nigeria is consuming. This is the right time for us to know. So we won't know now whether our government they try do us or joro all this while, or they've been, thieving our oil, or probably all the oil that we are importing down to Nigeria. If it is the right quantity that Nigerians are using, this is the right time for us to know, because now that Dangote refinery is working. But along the line, within 48 hours now, I think things are going to be okay, according to what Dangote said, because now Dangote refinery is working is a plus for us. But the truth of the matter is now that fuel has gone back to 855 naira, a lot of hardship is going to increase, like the cost of food, cost of transportation is going to increase. But if the government were able to service the situation with time, things will be okay. But there are some initiatives that the government is actually putting in place now. One of them is government is trying to negotiate with Dangote if they can introduce subsidy to Dangote. What that means is probably whatever government is going to put in place, that this is the amount we are going to be buying for, the government might be able to subsidize it for us. But is that not going to be another problem for us again as a nation? Let's watch and see. Now the government has actually bring down the minimum wage to 70,000 naira, right? Now they've increased fuel price to 815 naira. Is it that the government is actually trying to collect the money back? Note, the government has actually warned labor before that if the labor said they are going to pay them 300,000 or 250,000 that Labour is proposing, they will definitely increase fuel price to 1,500 or 2,000. Is that what the government is doing? So let's just wait and see what is going to happen. But the truth of the matter is this: for the next 5-7 days now, it's going to be very funny. You can never determine what is going to happen, and we pray that this country should be housed, because whatever that is going to happen, it's not going to be funny. Because increasing fuel now to 855 naira is it's really a bad timing. But the truth of the matter is, this is the first time we're having a politician as a president. Let's see what he's going to do. Let's see how he's going to do. But the truth is this, right? At this time, I just pray they should let Dangote refinery to work proper. And also another thing you still need to understand: is it because Dangote is now talking, Dangote is trying to expose them? Is that why they are actually allowing him to work? So these are some of the things we need to look at these forthcoming days. But the truth of the matter is, it's going to be very tough. But within 2 to 3 days time, you won't see no queue in the filling station again. But we don't know the price that we are going to stick to at the end of the day. But right now, the current price of this PMS now is 855 naira. So let's watch and see how it's going to look like. Please always watch my YouTube. Thank you for watching.